Goes up on the high post. And Jefferson sends it back. And here they go. And Parsons slams it in.
Boy, he's just dangling from the rim after sending it through there.
You can see which team now has the swagger, Clark, right now.
Yeah, exactly. It's with them.
Yeah, but you don't want to do too much to get an opponent riled up, though, either. And that kind of defense is just not going to cut it, guys. I mean, they have to get a hand in his face.
Chris Bosh, in some ways, had been the overlooked, underrated member of the Big Three in Miami, but extremely valuable. A nice complimentary scorer and understated defensively. But with LeBron gone now, he becomes more of a focal point offensively.
Now a timeout called by Miami. And Chris Bosh posted up a lot more, it seemed, with Clark in Toronto and Miami. It become primarily a face-up threat.
And I think that's where he's most comfortable, Kevin. More of a slender build. He takes advantage of his quickness more than his strength, so facing up is really where he's been most effective.
Whiteside, good.
How about the passing? They are moving the ball without any thought, without any agenda.
It's hard to overstate all the points they've scored on assists today. Beautiful to watch.
Here's Napier. Good, and it's Bosh picking up the assist. Bosh has got 3 assists now in this one.
Guys, they've had a solid start to the second half offensively. Gotten good looks, and they've made 3 out of 4 of them.
Inside. Deflects the pass. It's stolen by Jefferson. Passes it to Nowitzki. Into the third we go. 2 minutes in now. Back to Jefferson. Clock at 6. Nowitzki with it. He's picked up by Whiteside. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there. The Mavericks have made 7 out of 9 when they've stepped to the line. And so he hits both.
Well, you know, the Mavericks got back into the playoffs last season after missing the playoffs in 13. This is a team that expects to be a playoff factor. Aside from that one season, they've not missed the playoffs since 2000.
The drive by Nowitzki. Dallas again missing.
That's his comfort zone, so defensively, really nice job challenging the shot.
Here's Bosh. And that basket's going to count, folks. Gets the goaltending call right there.
He almost got to that shot in time, but not quite. You can't touch the ball once it's on the way down.
Powell, he's jacked in for the Mavericks. They get it back. And the shot is good from Nowitzki.
You got to put bodies on the glass right there. They just are not getting it done on the boards.
Yeah, they've got to do a much better job of going harder than that to the glass.
Takes the 3. It's rebounded by Bosh. Bosh has got rebound number 5 here tonight. Napier. The Mavericks pull it in. Powell's got 3 rebounds now in this one. And here's the fast break. Chalmers leading the way.
3 consecutive baskets have come right at the rim. The defense had better start buckling down and tightening up.
Yeah, they're getting exposed right now.
Here's an opportunity for us now to focus on some small forwards who play anything but small. The leading shot blockers at the 3 spot. We'll take a look at Aminu, one of the top intimidators in the league, a fierce shot blocker.
Just superb athletic defenders right there, all of them, and aggressive too. They challenge every shot.
You'd really love to see every player devote the kind of energy to their defense that this group of small forwards does.
That puts them in the lead. And it's a 3-point Heat lead.
Now, it's hard to imagine them not running away with this game if they can continue to shoot the ball like they have been.
Steve, everything is falling for them this half, and they haven't had any empty possessions, scoring on every trip.
Here's Chalmers. It's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot. First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
And he's been a consistent shooter at the line for them this season, shooting about 78%.
And fellas, I think you have to like his improvements over his free throw numbers from a year ago. It's not a significant number or a huge amount, but it's improvement nonetheless.
Catching up on the changes for Dallas. Greg Smith, he's checked in for Nowitzki. Villanueva comes in for Al-Farouq Aminu. Harris is checked in for Jefferson. And it's Felton in for J.J. Barea. That's good. Cole's got 8 points.
That is a very low percentage shot, Kevin, but it's the result they were looking for at the end of the day.
Guys, what a back-and-forth game this has been.
You know what? You're right. Neither side has been able to hang on to the lead for any kind of time at all.
Yeah, you're right. But 7 lead changes already.
There's a 4-second difference from the shot clock to the game clock. Felton kicks to Harris. Felton dishes to Harris. And he didn't get quite enough under that one.
Yeah, that's a low percentage shot right there.
Yeah, it sure is. I mean, he's got to be thinking out there a little better. Make the pass in that situation. Don't force a bad shot.
So it's Miami now. It's a 1-point game. Felton is out there with Devin Harris. Then there's Chandler Parsons. Then it's Smith. And it's Villanueva in the 4-man position. That's the lineup in the game for Dallas.
12 seconds on the shot clock.
And that'll be Miami as it goes out of bounds. The Heat retain possession. Shot clock at 6. Harris on the double team. Johnson goes in. Out of bounds. Dallas takes possession. A different look for Miami. Chris Bosh is checked in for Haslem. Dang comes in for Danny Granger. And it's Napier in for Norris Cole. Felton kicks to Harris. From deep three-point range. An absolute pound from three-point range.
They're going back to the three-point shot over and over and over.
That was the 9th straight point from behind the arc, Clark. It feels like they're finding the holes in this defense.
Felton the pass to Parsons. Here's Harris. Feeds to Smith. Miami grabs the miss. Anderson's got his 3rd rebound tonight. In transition, here comes Miami. Bosh is running. I think Clark and Steve, we can expect a dramatic end to this one.
Well, 8 lead changes would have you thinking that would be the case.
Yeah, both teams really competing. Neither side giving any ground. This should be a fun finish. I agree with you, Kev. It's 12 straight points coming off three-pointers. Somebody do something defensively.
Well, I agree with you. I mean, who's going to step up? They're rolling out there now, so you got to get in their chest, make them uncomfortable, and try to deny those looks.
And the Mavericks will go for a different look here. Dirk Nowitzki, he's checked in for Greg Smith. Aminu comes in for Charlie Villanueva. Richard Jefferson, he's checked in for Harris. And Barea subbed in for Raymond Felton. And then for Miami, Whiteside's checked in for Anderson. And it's Chalmers in for Johnson. Let's go quickly over to Doris Burke for an update.
Well, guys, I was able to listen in on what Eric Spoelstra was going over with his team in that last huddle. He was riding them pretty hard for the number of silly fouls they've committed in this game. He said, listen, we need to have some defensive discipline. Stop biting on the shot fakes, stop reaching in, and stop giving them free points at the free throw line. We'll see if they'll respond, guys.
I think they need to get much more disruptive defensively. They can't just keep allowing these easy baskets.
I agree. They need more energy in the post, maybe some double teaming. They've got to get their defense in gear.
Heat have gone 3 of 4 in field goal attempts since getting things started here in the 4th. Here's Napier. Whiteside, good. Now it's a 4-point Heat lead.
You know, tired legs can affect you at the defensive end, and I think that's what's happening right here.
I agree, because as much offense as we saw early, we're seeing even more of it here late.
They'll be counting on even more points from him. That's essential if they're going to pull this game out.
Here's Napier. The Heat rebound. Outside Bosch. It's stolen by Aminu. And he lobs it up toward the rim. Oh, and they get in the way of the alley-oop. Not to be. Good play defensively. Here's Bosch. Count the basket and the foul. Dirk Nowitzki picks up that. And guys, what do you think about the hustle stats for the Heat?
Boy, defensively, they've played with a high energy level, guys, and all the steals we've seen really are results of that aggressiveness.
They haven't wasted time getting the ball up the court tonight either, and it's resulted in a lot of fast break points.
There it is, guys, that Olay defense. Just watching him go Clark right by.
I think we might be seeing which team is ready to take control of this game.
Yeah, that's a dunk that could absolutely get them going. I agree, Clark.
And so here is Miami. Just 5 on the clock. Here's Napier. No good with the triple.
And he continues to search for his rhythm. It's eluded him to this point.
They grab their own miss. Jefferson dishes to Nowitzki. The second effort. And he lays it up and in. And now just a 1-point Heat lead.
And at this stage of the game, that offensive rebound and putback is enormous. I mean, that feels like a 4-point swing. Huge points.
That's beyond huge, Steve. I mean, they needed that bucket. Desperate.
Dallas has gotten a positive outcome on 7 of their 14 three-pointers in this game. Not bad at all. And Napier pulls it down. Miami's gone 1 of 3 from outside the arc since we've reached the fourth quarter.
Well, it's still within reach.
Yeah, but their offense, Steve, needs to be just about perfect from here out.
Pass to Nowitzki. Tries it from 9. Buries it. And that shot brings them to within just 1.
Well, Dirk Nowitzki is a handful. They're having a lot of trouble dealing with it.
Back to Parsons. Oh, no good.
All the defender had to do there was just stay close to him, and he did.
Count it.
How about the excitement right now that he's playing the game with? I love it.
He capped that dunk off with some serious hang time on the rim.
He just could not contain himself. Yeah, you can't make that kind of an error and expect to win.
You're right, Steve, because they will cost you. I mean, those kind of mistakes, those are losing plays.
And that's a foul called on J.J. Barea. And so he's picked up his final foul, and he will sit for the rest of this game. You can't make a second free throw either. He's in both. And the Mavericks call time here. They're trailing by 3. 3 seconds left in the fourth quarter. By 3. 3 seconds left in the fourth. Guys, what's your take?
While they have the lead, they still have to get a stop here. In particular, they can't allow the other team an open look from behind the arc.
Chance to tie it up, Clark.
A three would make it happen.
And so the big win by Miami in a tight game.